even though the chances are still very low of that happening. You haven't heard about of what was his name? You haven't heard of Crowley for for the entire time. And after a week, who was the face actually?
Yeah. Falcon.
Alright. Falcon gets a message from from your Mr. Johnson asking you to go at a different place than last time. It's a fancier, it is not a very fancy club, but it's still better than a restaurant that you've been going to.
Alright.
Yeah, and he asked you to be there that day at 9.
Alright. I'll be alright. I'll contact the team and tell them about this meeting. Well, I'll contact Matt and Feeds. Or Audrey's characters. Yeah, how are we going to get the new guy's character in?
Right. Actually, Alright, so yeah. Alright, so you get to the place and you see the guy isn't there yet, so right now it's just the 3 of you there.
Okay.
I keep a close eye on all entrances and exits from the room.
What did you say?
I keep a close eye on all exits and entrances. I can see, just so we are not surprised.
What's the time?
It's around 9.
Okay.
You see a decent amount of people sitting on the tables and drinking. There's music playing and the lights are slightly dimmed down.
Alright.
In the entire club. A waiter comes up to you and asks, "Hello, would you like to take a seat?" A table for 3, I'm guessing?
Table for 4, please.
Alright, come with me. And she leads you to a big corner table.
I'll take a seat.
It looks like it can fit more than 4 people, though.
Hey. That's good.
I follow.
After waiting a few minutes, you see your usual Mr. Johnson come in. He looks a bit nervous, at least more so than usual.
Right.
You see that, it's hard for you to see it, but you can notice that he looks like he hasn't taken care of himself for a few days. He sits down next to you. And he sits down next to you. He looks at his clock and says, "Sorry for that. Sorry for me being late.
It's alright.
It looks like it won't even matter because my partner is also running late, even though I told him to be here early.
Who's the partner?
He's my main contractor, you could say. You've already done a few errands for him. Anyway, since he's not here yet, I guess I'll give you a short briefing. Well, the idea is to basically take you in somewhat full time, since you are quite good at doing what you're asked to, and you don't ask many questions, so...
Mm-hmm.
And as he's speaking, well, actually, how does Hermes look?
I'm an average-sized elf. Nothing quite outstanding as far as appearances go. He would be wearing an Ace of Cups because this is an official meeting and you wear nice dress to official meeting, whichever gender you happen to be. Hermes has black hair. Eyes are grayish. Height is what you'd expect from an elf. Body type is quite slender because he does a lot of climbing and shit, and that requires a slender body type. Well, not so much climbing, but you get the idea. Yeah, something like that.
Right.
One quirk about Hermes is that his hair shifts color a bit. Like, if you pay attention, it shifts color with his emotions. It usually doesn't go full 180 to different colors, unless, like, he's panicking or something.
Alright, so slightly beforehand, Hermes has been Hermes has been contacted by his fixer for what is supposed to be another normal job. He arrives at a place that he has been asked to, which is a bar in one of the middle low class districts.
Probably wearing something over the suit then, just to not stand out too much.
He has met with he has met with a guy with basically a human, slightly fit. Like, he looks like he does some workout, wearing some clothes on the... Well, he looks like he has some money, but he's not exactly rich. He's he's met him, and he's directly been asked by him to go with him on his car all the way to the club where the rest of the group are. And well, back to where we were. While the group are talking with the Mr. Johnson, they both enter. The Mr. Johnson stops talking, looks very annoyed at his contractor. The contractor and Hermes take a seat. And then Mr. Johnson speaks up. "You're late." And The contractor responds, I know. Traffic's been bad. So, are these the guys that you were bringing? And Mr. Johnson says, yep. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Might as well. Name's Heath. For some basic decision, I'm 5'6", around 170, 180 lbs. Slightly athletic, usual guy. American. It can be clearly seen that he's from, well, at least American continent. And yeah, I think that's all needed for now. Because I don't know these guys yet to share my backstory.
Mm-hmm. I'll greet, like, hello, name's Falcon. And Falcon is pretty tall, 2.1 meters tall. He looks young, very young for an elf. He weighs, he's muscly built, but he still looks very agile, got a lot of dexterity. Light skin and brown hair in a very normal way of hair style.
And my name is Crocodile. He's he's about 180 centimeters high, very strongly muscled, very big body type, broad face, short black hair, obvious blue cyber eyes, and very obvious cyber arms. And he's an ex-mercenary.
Well, I say that.
Alright, well.
I'm Hermes, and. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. And the contractor speaks up and says, alright, well, you already know my employee here. And he waves towards Mr. Johnson. My name is... He thinks for a moment. My name's Brute. I work on... Well, you actually don't have to know that. But I am here to... I'm here to propose to you, and this nice gentleman over here, whose name I didn't catch because of how fast everything had to be taken. What is your name, by the way?
Sorry, did you ask that in character or out of character?
No, in character.
Name's Hermes. And I know two others, and by the way of hello.
Alright. So, yeah. My idea... My idea is to take you in sort of a more of a full-time job, to have you reliably to take my contracts and do my bidding, basically. I would provide housing for you of a decent quality on a place a bit out of the way, and the guarantee that if things go south, you'll be the first ones to be taken out of the way. I also hear that you're very good at your job and that you can be trusted. So,
Well, trust comes at a price, I hope you understand.
Yeah, how my comrade said, or companion, if you're saying that you want us more permanently as a job comes with a certain fee. So let's talk more.
well, you'll be given housing and you'll be given between 5 and you can expect around 5,000 yen per job. Maybe even more depending on how well it's done and the size.
Alright, so
A
it's
person.
Go ahead, Hulk.
10,000 a job. Negotiation. I'm gonna roll for that. Come on.
He looks at you like, I mean, you're getting housing and, well, you're being given a place to stay for free, and you're basically being given safety in case that thing goes south.
And I'm asking for something for my loyalty.
At this point, I'm gonna speak up. This is a very interesting arrangement. I have 2 questions. What kinds of jobs exactly are we talking here? If you want us to, like, steal occasional small item, that's one question. If you want us to kill people for you weekly, then that's not exactly safe for either of us to be working together on consistent basis.
Killing her is not my way. I prefer to keep personal damage to a minimum, at least when possible. But the idea is that you would mostly take tasks such as basically breaking into places or opening ways for other more specialized teams. Or if you feel up to it, take those tasks yourselves.
God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well-
Hit is not saying anything. He has like for a moment he has like a smirk and then he like keeps quiet.
I cross my arms over my chest.